Happy Monday. Good morning, PASW staff, clients, and friends joining us. We're going to do another TV show. We did Succession, we did Game of Thrones, we did Stranger Things. We're going to do another classic one that a lot of people have seen and liked. It's not on anymore, but a big favorite of people, and a different type of score than what we've seen the last few weeks, which is good. That's what we want to do. So today we're going to look at the very famous show, Mad Men.
So, what do you fellas do?
You're looking at the finest ad men in New York. Hell, the world.
Advertising is based on one thing: happiness. It's a billboard on the side of the road that screams with reassurance that whatever you're doing, you are okay.
A man like you I'd follow into combat blindfolded. And I wouldn't be the first. Am I right, buddy?
I'm living like there's no tomorrow because there isn't one.
This place really runs on charm.
I'm not gonna let a woman talk to me like this.
I hear she's a nice girl. Who wants that?
Even if you do get my job, you'll never run this place. Wanna know why? Because no one will like you.
Excuse me, is he expecting you?
He's not expecting anything.
I don't think I realized it until this moment, but it must be hard being a man.
I cheated myself like I knew I would.
What's your secret?
I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good.
So advertising in the 60s, that's basically what the show's about, in the 1960s. It's American period drama, though, and created by Matthew Weiner. And he was a producer on The Sopranos, so that's where he comes from. And then he comes over to do this show. And this is, we just saw the trailer of, but Weiner really thought of Hitchcock, even though it's not a thriller series, for the visual style of it, in particular the credits, which we'll take a look at. Hitchcock's North by Northwest, which we scored, and Vertigo, which we also scored and looked at. So this show, AMC show, started from 2007 to 2015, so 7 seasons. And basically it's about the main character is Don Draper, right? John Hamm is the guy, and he's very charismatic. He's in advertising. This is about advertising in the 60s. And, you know, it's about the career at the office and his career and how, you know, a lot of the very famous advertising campaigns in history have been done here at this office. And the office is Sterling Cooper. That's the you know, fictional, and he's the creative director. John Hamm's a creative director there at the advertising firm. So, the series takes place for 10 years. It spans, that's how long, you know, it goes from 60 to 70. Same as the Beatles, right? I don't know, I just thought about that. So we're going to be scoring the opening credits of this, and that's what we've been doing the last few weeks with that. So the opening title sequence is, let's take a look at it. You're going to see some influences and hear some things. So let's take a look at the credits. So it's crazy. It's not scary, but it is. It's a businessman falling down, right? Falling from this height around with these buildings, these skyscrapers. So, but it's very Saul Bass-like. We've talked about Saul Bass. He was Hitchcock's guy, right? He did all of the opening cool titles from Psycho to North by Northwest to Vertigo. This, as we can see when I'm showing you the example, this is a very nice homage to Saul Bass and Hitchcock's stories. And the music is somewhat suspenseful, you know, spy-like. Even though the show is not, you know, it's more like a drama, not really scary at all. But there is some intrigue in the score, and you're not sure, you know, all these characters are developed developed in these odd ways throughout the show. You know, it's a great show. Maybe that's, and so there's it's cool to see the influence of Saul Bass, and that music's a beautiful mine. So it's an instrumental song by RJD2, and David Carbonara is the film composer for this show, but he just he scored the show, but that's not his music they use for the title. So just wanted to tell you who the composer was for the show, but that's not the composer. So this is Ramble John Crone is his name, RJD2, and American musician. You know, so. And the Matthew Weiner really liked this piece of music and wanted to make it work. So he cut this, originally it existed, he cut the music to go to the credits as opposed to getting a composer to score it. So this is a little bit different. What do we hear? It's hip hop like, right? There's like intrigue, like I said. There's it's minor mode, so there's a little bit of suspense and intrigue. And you're not so sure about these people. It's a show about advertising in the 60s, but a lot of these characters are flawed. They're dark. They drink and smoke a lot. They make deals. It's a very cutthroat environment there. So it's a sort of a dark show in a way. And so we did that with Succession though too. You guys gave him up with the hip hop thing, but let's make this a little bit more jazz, spy-like, something, like that. So let's just take a look at the scene just without any music so we can see visually what's going on. So if we strip it down, like I used to like to do, because with all the drums and bass and all that kind of stuff, we just take it away. C sharp minor, the keys, the song's in. Just 4 chords. Mason, but basically that's it. C sharp minor, and just kind of goes down, and just 4-bar melody that repeats. It's very effective though with the coloring of the orchestration. And just because it's orchestration doesn't mean it's classical music. You can orchestrate anything, right? So the drums and all that kind of stuff make it more exciting. But let's come up with a score that sounds like that. It doesn't have to have a beat to it, but something kind of spy-like, intriguing, something a little bit. But it also sounds retro. It sounds like it could be from the 60s, or an homage to the 60s, just like he used Saul Bass's, graphics, that kind of homage. Let's have fun with it. Give me some ideas and we'll just play with it. This is a great show. It was a pleasure sharing this with you. Great show, Mad Men. We'll have a great rest of the day. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.